Hello everyone, it's Abraham again. Thank you for tuning into my channel. So today I'm very happy, very happy, super excited to be sharing my progress with you. So folks, I have officially regained 1.25 diopters of my eyesight. I'm very happy, super content and satisfied with my progress so far. It's been only a month or even little less than a month, and I'm right here. I expected to get here in maybe 4 to 6 months, so the progress has been splendid. I'm beyond amazed. I'm so happy. So in the previous video, the episode 3 in this series, I have shared with you what I've been doing now, what I've been working on concerning reversing myopia. And if you have not watched the video, please do before you watch this one. I'm leaving the link in the description box, or you can click the card up here. So in the last video I talked to you guys and told you that I've been trying experimenting with contact lenses that have prescription of -4.75, which was one whole diopter down from my original contacts prescription, which was -5.75. So I wore them for 2-3 days and I was not challenged. It was super easy for me, and I was going outside. There was no blur. Maybe only the first night, the first morning after some blur, but then after it was super easy. I'm looking as far as I want, as far as I'd like. I'm seeing all objects clearly, no blur, no strain whatsoever. And I'm reading all kind of text, long, big, small, far, close. So 3 days after, I was like, you know, man, you just gotta step it up. So I took it even, I took it another quarter down, and I wore the -4.5 contact lenses. Now, the first day, there was considerable blur for far objects. The second day, I got used to it, and now today we're on day 4, I think. There's barely any blur. So I look far, there's barely any. So I'm almost there. I'm gonna maximize this diopter and move on to the next one soon. On my way to shooting this video after work, and you know, you're at work for a long day and your eyes should be tired. No, almost no blur. I'm super amazed at the progress, and I'm, thinking, how is this possible? Just in a month to make all this progress? Because usually what happens, I should only regain a quarter to a half diopter every 4 months. But as I said, I only started 1 month ago, and usually when you start something new, you get fast results, but then eventually they will slow down. So I'm trying to keep that in mind and not to get too ahead of myself and realize that eventually things, might slow down. So that's the first point. The second point, I think it's also the fact that I'm fortunate enough to be in a situation where I can use a lot of active focus, where I'm spending a lot of time outdoors and I look as far as I want. Because usually during the academic year as a tutor and teacher, I do a lot of teaching, and I have to read a lot of documents and help students. So there's a lot of close-up during the academic year. Also during the academic year, I'm doing a software engineering degree, so I'm spending a lot of time usually during the year on computers, programming, and coding. So there's a lot of close-up there on eye strain. And luckily now it's the summer, and I'm off from from school, and I'm off from my usual teaching duties. What I'm doing now, I'm working in a summer camp, and we spend a lot of times with the kids outdoors, so I can look far for extensive time without interruption, and I'm maximizing my results. Another thing that might be helping me is my diet. So when I think of my diet, it's full of vitamins and all the nutrients I need. So I'm getting all my vitamins and a lot of omega-3s. I'm eating a lot of carrots. Actually, it seems it helps. So my B12s, vitamin D from the sun. So my diet is also very healthy, and it's giving me all the nutrients I need right now, so I think that helps. But I'm also trying to keep things in perspective. I think the initial progress is because, as I said, I started a month ago, and it's like when you work out and you first start and you get great results, then things slow down. So I'm trying to keep in mind that things might slow down soon, which is not what I want, but I have to be realistic. So considering the progress that I have, and I hope it will at least persist for the next month, my plan is hopefully, so now I think I'm ready to even take it down more, but I'm going to be smart. I'm going to at least wear the current contacts for a week. and a week from now, let's say I'm gonna get my hands on -4.25, so take it down another quarter and see how that goes. And when I feel like I'm ready to make another video and tell you that I'm comfortable with that prescription, I'll make another video and let you guys know. My original plan was to be at negative, let me try to remember. My original plan was to be at -4.25, -4.25 for eyeglasses, not contacts, for eyeglasses prescription by the end of this year. If you remember, guys, in the first video we had for this series, and if you have not watched it, please watch it. I'll leave a link again in the description box below. So in the first video I made here, guys, for you for this series, I explained that my original prescription for my eyeglasses is -6.25, -6.25, and my original plan was to be at -4.25 by the end of this year. So seeing how things are progressing, I think I have to change it to maybe, let's try to be careful here. Let's say -3.75. Let's take it down a half, because ideally now I'll be at -4.25 maybe in 3 weeks. So the current plan is, I don't want to confuse you, so I'm wearing contacts. The original prescription for the contacts was -5.75. Okay, so that's a quarter, that's a half less than the eyeglasses. So for contacts, I hope in a month from now, 3 to 4 weeks, I'll be at -4. Now that's too ambitious, but with the current progress, I think it's going to work. I hope it's going to work. So that's for the contacts. In a month from now, since the contacts will be -4, I hope my eyeglasses will be -4.25, because now in my current myopia range, -1/4 is a good range, because it's not as high as it used to be, so I don't need to have a half differential between contacts and eyeglasses. So I think, yeah, that's the plan, that's where we're heading. I think that's it, guys. Again, so that's all for this video. And again, if you have interesting comments, please leave them down. I read them all and I learn from you guys, and we can have a great discussion and learn from each other. There's a YouTuber who's been giving me great, who's been leaving good comments. His name is Money Printers. I've been reading all his comments. They're really helpful, and I kind of agree with him on many points, especially the fact that the best way and the fastest way to reverse myopia is to try as much as you can to, use active focus and use it as much as you can without eyeglasses or contacts. So that's another point. When I'm at home, even though my myopia is high, so we're speaking about -4.5 right now, at home I try as much as I can to be without glasses, without contacts. It's difficult, but I do it and it works. And I look at text at home and I try to challenge myself without eyeglasses and contacts. I only wear them when I'm at work or I'm going out and about. And again, spend as much time as you can looking at far objects. Use an active focus. That's very, very important. And again, as we said in previous videos, have different eyeglasses for close-up with lower prescription than the one you have for far objects with a higher prescription. What else I wanted to say? Yeah, and that's what you should do. And of course, make sure your diet is okay. You're getting all your vitamins, all your, your omegas and your B12. You're getting enough sunlight and vitamin D, and get enough sleep, which is something I personally have to admit. If you look at me, I need some sleep. I need to work on that. I work hard. I work on a lot of projects, but I should get more sleep. If I get more sleep, I think I will maximize my results. So guys, if you like this video, leave a thumbs up, and you could also please leave interesting comments so we could all learn from each other. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell button below so you won't miss any of my videos that relate to this series. Thank you all for watching. As always, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.